So we are painting in the park here, and I have the students there at the lily pad, and we're talking about impressionism and expressionism and different types of brushes to use, how to capture the light. And we're painting, I'll show you, at a time where the sky, it was very bright out, and now it's getting, it's moving into dusk, where it's a little bit of dark. It's around almost 7 o'clock, and it's a cloudy day here. It's turning to be cloudy. It was very bright, so the reflections are changing. So when you're painting plein air, the first thing you have to capture is the light and the shadows, and that is drastically changing. But I want to show you something. We were talking about textures and different types of brushes, and if we were going to use our Gamsol versus with acrylics and watercolors, if you're using just water for the washes. But I want to show you the lily pads for the students that aren't here. So when you're going up, you see a lot of reflections, and you can see how the water changes. You see these blue areas where they're really bright blue, and we have some oranges here, and then we have some dark greens here. And the shadows in the water, if you look at the trees back there, you can see the trees above. They're picking up that orange, and they're picking up that blue from the sky. They're also picking up the green from the trees. And when you paint that, of course, that has to be a wash, whether it's an oil, acrylic, or watercolor, because it's moving. The water has a little bit of a slight movement in it. You can see a little bit of ripples. And it's a little bit more blurrier, obviously, because it's moving. And the trees, obviously, are stationary, they're not moving. So you would use more paint, and that would be a little bit thicker, more with you could use a rigger or a liner. Those strokes are very small. Uh, in the bottom we have these washes where we start. So we started with our underpainting, and now we're working along the washes. And the students have the option of, if they want to do it more an expressionist style, large style, if they're going to be doing it with a palette knife, or if they're going to be using the opposite areas of the color wheel. For an example, really putting a contrast and on those yellows and those purples. Maybe the water is going to be blue, and is a reflection of the sky in the water. Or you could have the water as a dark green. I've done a couple of videos of the same pond in different styles, and that's always fun to do. But you can change that and have maybe the water like a blue, and have those lily pads green, and underneath purple shadows, or orange lily pads. So it's basically up to you, and we'll step in later and we'll look at the progress and see how we're doing. Okay, ciao.